sack right, other side, right here. We got the hanging hunt in here. It took longer than I wanted to. Had some straps get tangled on me and stuff. It is just after daylight, and we have a big old nanny of a doe about 30 yards to our right, and we already had one of our shooter 8 points walk about 60 yards in front of us right at first light. I think he's still around, I just can't see him right now, so we're gonna sit tight here. I definitely think we're gonna get into some deer this morning, so same thing if this doe sticks around for a while. I know Zach will let her have it. It's a little bit windy up here this morning, so I apologize if the audio's a little bit bad. I can't talk too loud because of this doe right over here, so stay tuned, guys, and hopefully you'll get to see that man right there shoot a deer. She walked by at 15 yards and you're like, nope, can't do it. Zach, here she comes. Get your bow. Get your bow. October 7th. It's about 10 to 8 right now. At about 7:30, we had a big doe come up over the hill. And I was going to pass on her, waiting for a buck. But she gave us some really good footage. And I decided to take her. With that being said, she went, about 30 yards and bowed out. About 30 yards and bowed out. So, we're still all covered in deer. This is third season we've been hunting this property, been hunting this ridge. So far, I'm the first person to successfully kill a deer on this ridge. Had a lot of opportunities, a lot of swings and misses. Buddy Rudy and one of his buddies last year had quite a few opportunities and just could never capitalize or close the deal with her. Hang on, guys, I got a deer right here. Yeah, she picked her head up and got real alert. But anyways, had a lot of opportunities on some different bucks and just couldn't get it capitalized. So, we finally got it done on this ridge. I passed on a 7-point earlier this morning. Right after I shot my doe, he come through and I decided to pass on him. We didn't get any footage because he come in behind us and we didn't know he was there until after I shot my doe, and he knew we were here. But I decided to pass on him. We were reviewing some footage earlier in my 7-point that I had hit earlier in the year. He's still alive. He seems like he's doing okay, but we did notice in the footage he's got a slight limp to him. So we both still think he's gonna make it through the year, but it's kind of one of them things. If it's not bigger than him, I'm not gonna shoot it, because I know I can get back to that farm and kill that deer. And while we were reviewing that footage, we actually found out what happened. There was a little sapling in front of him that blended in with his body that nor me or Rudy seen, unfortunately, that caused me to make a bad hit. And the only reason we noticed it is because as we were replaying the footage in slow-mo, you can actually see my luminol coming through the air, and then you see the sapling move before you hear the hit. So, unfortunately, that's part of bow hunting. It's the crappy part about bow hunting, but it does happen. So, like I said, we think he's gonna make it through the year, but he's kind of a unique buck. So if I don't see anything bigger than him, may see what goes on for this evening and get back up on that hill and try to get him killed. If everything pans out, depending on wind and all that funky jazz. So we're gonna sit here a little while longer and see if Rudy can get a big doe, or he's in here in particular after one buck. Now there is another buck in here that he will shoot. The one buck that he is in here particularly after is, we call him Splits. We've had about 3 years of history with that buck. 2 years of history with that buck, excuse me. 2 years of history with that buck, and we're guessing him at about 4.5 years old. So he's a really nice buck for Pennsylvania. Excuse me, guys, I didn't get my sleep last night. And then there's another buck in here that he would shoot. And I'm gonna name this buck, I think we're gonna call him Threes. You are not shooting that squirrel.
Yeah, we'll call them Threes.
I think we're gonna call him Threes. I think the only reason we're gonna call him Threes
basis because his G3s are probably 4 inches bigger than his G2s. It's the biggest tine on his rack other than his main beam. So that's the only other buck in here that Rudy would shoot. But I already killed a doe this morning, so it's up to him for the next kill, whether it be splits or threes or a doe. So there's a lot of other bucks in here too that have come through that I know you won't shoot, that I may very well run another arrow through. You gotta stay tuned. We'll see if we can bring you some more footage. That's what she's doing. She's drinking water. Huh? If she comes this way, I'll consider it. But she's got to. She's small. She's small for a yearling. It's a year and a half. For a year and a half, she's real small. If it wasn't for that sapling. I know. Oh, it's not. It's a yearling. It's a button. Is it? That's why it's bigger. I have pictures of him too all the time. He's literally drinking water out of that tree. I know, it's actually really cool. Right. I'm gonna see if I can get a picture of my luminol laying on the ground. Good. You got nothing else. This is actually really cool footage again. You get to have your first official full-size deer on film. Yes. Yeah. She ran down there and I was like, as soon as she stopped, I knew it was over. I was like, she did. Oh yeah. Because she slipped down and started walking. I was looking. She didn't know what happened. I didn't hit any bone. I heard a deer over here. It was that buck, yeah. Are you shooting it? Oh. That's kind of scary. Not gonna lie. said we could just post pics if we wanted to. Like I said, we'll talk to Alex.
Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get down out of the tree. We actually had 5 more does in total come up this way. One started blowing because of Zach's deer that's down over here. We can see another doe down in this little field, but we gotta get one doe taken care of and then we gotta head home. I mean, it's been a productive morning between I'd probably say close to 15 deer this morning. Zach over here, let him peek around the tree. Wall up the big doe. More than happy for him. I was so happy to get him on, film it and everything. So we're gonna get packed up. We're gonna take all this stuff down to the truck and then drive the truck up to the top of the hill and drag this big doe out of here and get some pictures out in the field of her and head on home. It's been a productive morning. Stay tuned, guys.
Finally stopped seeing deer. We seen our last deer at about 8:45, 9 o'clock. We got a spy point out the ridge here in the bedding area, so we climbed down and ran out and fixed it. It was all cattywampus, but we're gonna walk over here, recover my arrow, and track my doe. Well, we don't really have to track her, but Hunter Green Mozzie 3-blade.
It's a good looking arrow there.
Yes, sir.
We were up that big tree right there, hanging hunt style. All right. Just went down this way.
Yeah, I know where she went.
Oh, I see it.
Is that her line right there?
Mm-hmm.
There she is.
Arrow difficulties.
Yeah, dude, like this, it literally won't shut off.
Oh well, we'll get it here in a little bit. I see a big old doe.
Alright guys, here she is. She come through at about, what time I said it was? About 7:30.
Yeah.
And gave me a perfect, slightly quartered away. Shot at about 10 yards, maybe 15. She was close enough. I didn't use the rangefinder, so she was close. But and get her taken care of, get her gutter out, get her tagged, and get her back to the truck. Thanks for watching, guys.